name is Clayton Morris. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Our gadget guru, Clayton Morris.
Let's dive into some of these gadgets. Take a look at Clayton Morris. He looks pretty slick. He looks pretty cool. But believe it or not, he was a Star Trek geek.
This is the greatest moment in my life. Next to you guys being born, of course.
The small
Our friend and former Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Clayton Morris has gone to gadgets and sci-fi in the real world of real estate. He now has a new book out. It's called How to Pay Off Your Mortgage in 5 Years.
Yeah, my first thing, Cole Clayton has for money.
Right.
Clayton is back on the Curvy couch to share what he's been up to. Clayton, good to see you.
Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for cleaning up for me around here. It feels right at home.
What's it like not having an alarm clock wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
You know, I've gone from not having an alarm clock, my watch waking me up, although this was the first morning in a year and a half since I left Fox and Friends that my alarm clock went off. But my 6-year-old little girl, Ava, if you're watching right now, I love you, but she wakes me up with her little feet like every morning at like 5 a.m. We got one of those glow clocks that tries to keep her in the bed, and it never works. And there she is. I can't believe she's 6 years old. I remember Miles is 8 now. I was here at Fox and Friends when he was born, and
we remember.
It's unbelievable. So there's
congratulations.
And Santa.
Absolutely. I follow you on social media. I subscribe to your YouTube channel. You got this new book out right now as well. What are you trying to do?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but when I was here at Fox and Friends, you know, I wasn't good with finance. So I was about $75,000 in debt. Credit card debt, student loan debt. This is most Americans, right?
Yeah.
I went downstairs one time to pay for coffee when I first got to Fox, and my debit card didn't work. I couldn't pay for coffee. I had a foreclosure that I'd gone through, and I said, something's not right here. I've got to get strong with finance. So I started investing in real estate. I started figuring all of this out. I had a 500 credit score. So if you're watching right here thinking, I can't do this. Oh, he's on Fox. He can do that. No. I had horrible credit. And so I figured out a way to start getting really smart with financing, leveraging some of the tools we all have access to, right? A 401k, a military retirement plan, all of these tools to start to go after your primary mortgage and to cut it in half. And so that's what the book is really about. I go through in the book, and my wife, we have done this multiple times now. We're helping people get financial intelligence by getting a hold of your finances, paying down your mortgage in a short amount of time.
Right. You would watch one of your loved ones lose a job, and you said, I don't ever want to be bound to a contract because I could lose my job at any time, so I want to have extra money coming in, right?
Right. We are blessed, right? We have amazing jobs. We have to be blessed and have this job. And a lot of people waking up this morning watching this show, blessed to have a job, right? But at the end of the day, most people think that that W-2 job is a safety net or the house they live in is an asset. And I'm sorry, and don't get mad at me, it's not, right? The safety net comes from you putting passive income in your pockets every month from some sort of performing asset. A house you live in is not a performing asset. So buying a rental property.
You started buying rentals, right?
I did while I was here. In addition to that, you could buy businesses. So many of your viewers have small businesses, right? So if you can start to have monthly income coming in where you're building a safety net for your family, you're getting smart with your finances, the stuff that we were not taught in high school. So in the book, we teach you step one is to educate yourself about what's in this mortgage. So I brought in a little fake mortgage. This is most people's mortgage, right?
Right.
And it's got thousands of pages, it feels like, in here that most people never read. The first step is to sit down with your spouse, your loved one, grab a bottle of wine, and actually go through and figure out what's in that mortgage. What fees are you paying?
I think you should be sober. I'm just saying.
Well, you might need a drink after you look at this stuff, and you realize all the fees that are hidden inside this mortgage that you don't know about. And once you get a handle on that and educate yourself, then you can go down to step two.
The banks don't want you to know this, right?
They don't want you to know.
They want you to pay over 30 years because they make more money.
Of course, because if you've got a $300,000 home that you buy, by the time you're done paying it, it's going to be you're paying the bank about $700,000, $800,000 for that house. So what if you could slash it? So that's what we teach you in the book. The two biggest enemies are time and interest. So time and interest, right? They're like punching you in the face like every day, time and interest.
Well, what do you do about it?
So you have these tools at your disposal. You may have a 401k. Most people think the 401k is this sacred cow, you can't touch it. That's hogwash. You can actually borrow from your 401k, not withdraw from your 401k and get a penalty. Borrow it from the bank of you.
You used to be able to borrow $60,000, and then you have to pay it back, and you have to pay it back with interest, but that interest goes back to you.
To you, the bank of you make the interest. interest.
So you're making money.
Exactly. And so you can use that. Maybe just take $5,000 of that and fire it at your principal balance of your mortgage. You will save thousands and thousands of dollars by going after the principal of your mortgage.
And make sure you don't just do it different from paying an extra payment as opposed to walking in and doing a principal.
Totally different point, and great point, because if you just make an extra payment, again, you're paying an interest payment. You have to make sure on that payment, no, bank, this is going to the principal balance. You better pay attention. You better call them up, too, because a lot of times they'll just put it right towards your interest payment. No, this is going to the principal balance. And then in the book, we give an amortization calculator away. You're going to watch thousands of dollars come off of your bottom line when you make and use this strategy. So not just a 401k, a home equity line of credit you can use. You can use other things and other financial tools at your disposal. We have a lot of military members who watch our YouTube channel and listen to our podcast. They use their version of the 401k in the military to do this strategy. So this is the stuff we weren't taught in high school, and that's what I'm doing now to answer your question.
Getting out of debt, paying off your mortgage, it's freedom, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So the YouTube channel is?
So it's the Morris Invest on YouTube. We have 81,000 friendly subscribers.
And the book?
The book is called How to Pay Off Your Mortgage in 5 Years. It's on Amazon right now.
That's
wow.
fantastic.
So I'd love to.
Congratulations.
Great to see you.
Great to see you guys so much.
You explain it in a way even I can understand, which is not easy.
Well, my wife's the smart one in the family, so, you know, I'm going to talk to her.
Try reading your mortgage. That's a whole different animal.